Welcome. Um, so Dagbert is great. There's been some requests and some texts yesterday because I talked about him in the beginning and then I'd stop talking. So he's absolutely wonderful. He's great. It's just very odd that he was sitting at the back door. It was just a new pattern. A new pattern that has emerged is my rooster now sits outside my kitchen sink window and just stares in at me. I'm like, so great, guys, come, let's do some movement. So come lie on your back with your knees bent and, and just feel the floor beneath you. Just have a sense of this moment in your body. And then just draw your lower back down and flatten into the floor and arch and breathe into your belly. So we begin like this because it's just such a kindness to the body. It's a sense of an offering of connection, of listening. It's like beginning a conversation by saying, hey, how are you? Or, what's happening in your life right now, rather than just jumping straight in for the juggler. So same thing, as we move, as we begin to have this conversation with our body, what is your body saying back? Are you in communication? Or are you just talking the whole time to your body about what it should be doing and not listening to its language, which is sensations? Nice. Push your feet down, roll up along your spine, and then roll back down again. Roll up along the spine. Hear your body, and then back down again. And again, rolling up along your spine, and feel the deep of your spine, the sense of the weight traveling up into your shoulders, and then all the way down onto the floor. Nice. Drop your knees over from left to right. And as they travel, listen, hear, get to know your body again. We have to keep doing it. Our bodies keep changing. Every day, every week, every year, our bodies are different. So how do you communicate with this body in this moment? And then come all the way back up to center. Push your feet down, lift your hips again, and then just sway a little bit from side to side. You're just feeling into the sides of your legs, the sides of your hips, the sides of your feet. My elbows are steady on the floor, they're supporting me. My shoulders are steady. My neck feels really comfortable. And I'm just swaying my knees from side to side. And I'm not causing myself pain. I'm wondering what in the realms of wellness can I do in a smooth and steady way into my legs. And then lower your bum to the floor. Nice. From here, draw your right knee up towards your shoulder. Bring your right hand to your right knee and then open your right knee out to the side. And then come back up to center. So you're just opening your right knee out to the side and then back up to center. And then right knee to the side and back up to center. Next time your knee travels to the side, just leave it there and bring your hands down beside you. And now there's a kind of a diagonal in this leg, and then take that foot and drop it over the outside of your left leg. So I kind of went zag across my body. So draw your right knee up towards your right shoulder, and then your right foot down to the outside of the left ankle. So I'm bringing my leg from right shoulder all the way to the diagonal left foot. I just feel that. How does your leg travel in a diagonal? Nice. Draw your knee up towards your shoulder and now stretch your left leg long so it rests on the floor. And then do the same movement. Knee up towards your shoulder. Bring your foot down to the outside of your thigh. You'll feel more of a wrap. And bring your knee up to your shoulder. And then foot down to the floor beside your thigh. And one more time. Knee up towards your shoulder. And then foot down on the outside. And then slowly slide your foot down the outside of that left leg. Don't go as far as this kind of clunk that happens in your hip. Don't go as far as the clunk. And then just slide your foot up and down like you're scratching your ankle on the outside of the left leg. Just feel that What movement do you have over here? Like, what is possible over there? The clunk isn't a bad thing. Just see if you can stop just before the clunk. Or it takes me a while always. I go, oh, there's the feeling, and then I'm going to reverse. So just see, how would you navigate scratching your right ankle on the outside of your left leg? Nice. Bring your foot to the floor. Other side. Draw the left knee up and draw the left knee out to the side. And then back up to center. Out to the side. And back up to center. Side. And then center. Great. Bring your knee out to the side. Bring your arms long beside you. And now take that leg diagonal over towards the outside of the right ankle, right leg. So I've crossed my thigh over the other one. And then back up diagonal towards your shoulder. Let's feel that. Diagonal down, diagonal back. Diagonal down, diagonal back. One more time. Diagonal down and back. Stretch that right leg long. And now find the movement again, but this time your foot lands on the floor to the outside of your right thigh. And so you're traveling down with your foot and then back up. One more time, traveling down with your foot and then slide your left foot down. So you're sliding down the outside of your right leg and just feel, what are the movement possibilities here? Can you hear the clunk when it happens, or can you stop just before the clunk? Just feel that. Nice. Bend your knee, bring your foot to the floor. Bend your other knee, bring your foot to the floor. Nice. So lift your hips up off the floor, rising up. And then bring your hands to the front of your thighs. And as you lower your bum down, lift your head and reach towards your knees. Slide your hands down your thighs and lift your hips up. And then reach down towards your knees. Just feel that. How smooth of a movement can you make this? Can you hear your spine? One more time, because I'm walking slowly up my mat with my head. Nice. And then bring your bum to the floor. Both feet on the floor. Drop your knees wide. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands rest on your belly. And just really let your knees fall wide. Nice. So bring your fingers to the side of your head or to the side of your... I bend my knuckles and then bring the side of my fingers to my head. And then flatten your lower back down and lift your feet up off the floor, keeping the soles of your feet together. And then lower your feet down to the floor. Drop your knees wide. Lift your feet, keeping the soles of your feet together. And then drop your feet. And let your knees drop wide. Nice. Next time that your knees lift your elbows. So draw your elbows and your knees towards each other. Lowering down, soften your elbows, soften your knees. And then draw your knees and your elbows together, or whatever version of this you do. Lowering down. Nice. Last time. Knees and your elbows together. And then just relax your hands and then lift your hips up off the floor. So now you're resting on the baby toe side of your feet. You can have your hands, quite nice actually, to bend your elbows beside you. Bring your hands to the sides of your hips. You're resting on the blades of the sides of your baby feet, your baby toe side of your feet. And just let your hips sway a bit perhaps. Just feel that. You could be 1 inch off the floor, 2 inches off the floor, 10 inches off the floor. It doesn't really matter. Just feel the sense of your belly, your hips, your thighs, your feet, your shoulders, as you just connect into the strength of your psoas. Nice. And then lowering all the way down. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Roll over onto your right side and then come all the way up into your cat pose. All the way over, cat pose. And then push straight back into your downward dog. So just have a bit of a stretching wiggle there. Bending one knee, bending the other knee, bending both knees, stretching through both legs. Bending both knees and stretching through both legs. One more time. Bend both knees and stretch through both legs. Drop your knees to the floor and help your right foot forward between your two hands. So help your foot forward, let it rest on the floor, and then stretch your back leg. Come up onto your fingertips if you wish, or you can have your hands flat. And you're just leaning deeply down into your lunge. You're stretching out into that back leg and your front knee. You're trying to bend your front knee more and more. You have a sense of length. Nice. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring both hands to your front knee and then rise up. Woohoo, we've stood up. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching up and look up. And then tuck your chin in and bend your elbows like your elbows are trying to come down towards your hips and your palms are facing forward. Nice. Reach your hands up and then bring your hands down to your knee and then bring your forehead down to the back of your hands. And again, reaching up with your arms. Bend your elbows, draw them down. Reach your hands up. Bring your hands down to your knee. And bring your forehead to your knee. One more time. Reaching up. Bend your elbows, pull them down. And reach them up. Hands all the way down to the floor. Step back. Downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Drop one knee down, let it touch. Come back up. Drop the other knee down, let it touch. Come back up. Stretching long through your heels, push down into your hands. And then drop both knees to the floor and help your left foot forward. So your left foot is traveling forward between your two hands. Stretch your back leg and really bending your front knee deeply, lengthen into the back leg. Feel that there's a weight down into your pelvis. Nice. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Bring your two hands to your front knee and then rising up. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling, rising up, reaching up, and you just feel the front of your body opening. Tuck your chin in, turn your palms forward, bend your elbows. And then reach up, dive down to bring your hands to your knee and bring your forehead down to the back of your hands. Straighten your arms, reaching up. Bend your elbows, pull them down. And then reaching up, hands down, forehead to your knee. Last time, reaching up. Bend your elbows, reaching up. And then diving all the way down, hands to the floor. Step back, downward dog. And just have a bit of a wiggle. Bending one knee, bending the other knee, bending both. Stretch through both. So bring your right knee forward between your two hands and sit your bum down into zigzag. So my right bum lands and then my two knees bent. So the right knee is forward, my left knee is also forward towards the right. No, that's wrong. So right knee is forward and both knees are bent. So just feel that sense of your bum resting down into the right thigh and then lean back and bring your feet to the floor. And then draw your knees down towards the left, zigzag to the left. And then lean back. And then knees to the floor. Super. Hands to the floor. And step back, downward dog. Nice. Left knee forward between your two hands. Sit your bum down into zigzag. Lean back, feet to the floor. And drop your knees to the right, zigzag to the right. Lean back, knees to the floor, zigzag to the left. Hands to the floor, push back, downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. So draw your right knee forward between your two hands. Sit your bum down into zigzag. So we'll start off by bringing our right hand just behind us, and it'll give us some support, and then we'll begin to travel maybe without the hand or maybe with, we'll see. So from here, glide your left knee forward and place your left knee on top of your right knee, or whatever version of that you do, and then slide your foot back, and then glide your left knee up, and then slide your foot back. Stay with your hand on the floor if you know that's your limit, or lift your hand off the floor and draw your knee on top of the other knee, or whatever version, sliding back. And again, knee on top of your other knee and sliding back. Nice. Next time, you're gonna keep your hand on the floor if you wish, or just without hands, bring your left foot on top of your right foot, or it can be close to your right foot, okay? So really see that your feet are in approximation to each other, or one foot is sitting on top of the other. Again, your hand can be on the floor, and we're gonna clamshell our knees. So lift your knee, and then squeeze it down. Lift your knee, squeeze it down. Hand can be on the floor always. Lift your knee. Notice what you do in your torso. So I don't really care what it looks like. It's more like, oh, when I try and balance, I stretch something in the right hand rib cage. And I'm just really moving into a little bit more movement in my rib cage as I do this. Nice. Swing your knee back into zigzag and then push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. And then I'm going to go this way. Bring your left knee forward between your two hands and come into zigzag to the left. From here, you're going to slide your right knee forward. So bring your left hand to the floor and then slide your right knee forward and then slide it back. Right knee forward and then back. You can do it without hands or stay with your hand on the floor. Right knee forward and back. And can you just notice, like, what do you do? Like, I feel like I reach longer. So exaggerate what you're doing. So for me, I give this, like, I have this really deep reaching through the left side of my rib cage and belly to counterbalance the fact that the right side is not supporting any weight or doing anything at all. It's just so crumpled. And the left side has to get really long to do this. Just feel that. Nice. Next time, your foot's going to land in approximately the over there on top of the left foot, and that might be close, it might be beside, it might be on top. See. And then clamshell your knee. Let your knee lift, and then down. Again, you can bring your hands to the floor, or just see how much movement is available to you without judgment. Remember, be really kind as you listen into your body. You really are doing the best that you can. And listening in kindness is the best way to support your body to offer, give, present, allow more to happen in your own body. The safer you become with yourself, the safer movement becomes in your body. Nice. Bring your knees back into zigzag and then push back into your downward dog. Last one of the class. Have a bit of a wiggle. Stretching long through your heels, lengthening back through your legs, coming up onto your toes. Nice. And then come sit on the floor and stretch your legs out long in front of you. Nice. So earlier we were doing the diagonal leg thing. We're going to bring that back. So draw your right knee up towards your right shoulder. You can use your hands if you wish, or if you can do it without your hands, then do. And then bring your foot across to the outside of the left leg. And then do that again. Up towards your shoulder and then to the outside of your leg. It seems pretty straightforward. I find this just such a weird movement. I'm just fascinated by how my leg is really confused by it. So perhaps your leg is also confused, or perhaps you're going, this is so easy. So enjoy the easy bits. Enjoy the fact that your leg maybe understands this movement and that mine doesn't. Nice. Bring both fingers forward and then twist towards the right. Draw the left elbow down to the outside of your knee. And you just get long through your body. Nice. And release. Stretch your leg out long. Nice. Bend your left knee, draw it up. So when I first met Joseph, foot down to the outside of your knee, he debated about giving up cello because now he had a girlfriend. And he was like, oh, maybe I don't have time for cello. We're like, no, 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 keep going with cello. So for our entire relationship, every single morning, without fail, Joseph has played cello. So this music in the background is kind of like the soundtrack of my life. I don't really hear it anymore. It's like every once in a while I go, oh, there's a cello. And so bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee and then twist. So just lengthening through your torso, breathing deeply down into your belly. Finding length. Nice, and then come back to center. Come into a cross-legged position. And just bring your hands to your chest and to your belly. Closing your eyes. And connect. Connect to yourself, connect to this community. Connect to the wellness in you, the breath in you, the life as it moves within you. And then just think about the seventh thing that you're grateful for. Like, what are you grateful for today? And truly, it can be, I know this sounds really weird, but so mundane. It's like, wow, I have a car. Wow, I have a car. Or I have a bicycle, or I have windows, I have glass in my windows. I have a phone to watch this on. I have a computer. I have electricity. I have light. I have water to drink. I drank a cup of tea. It's like, look at the things that we take as normal and mundane, and just really, it's amazing what we have. Nice. Slowly turn your head to the right, or whichever way you've gone, and then to the left. And then just come down, either lie down or come into your child's pose. Or just stay there, actually. Stay in a seated position if you wish. It's very nice there. And just feel your wellness. Where is your okayness right now? In your belly, in your hips, in the fact that you've turned up. And just lay on the floor and listen to me talk. Just turning up, just really listening in and being with what your body is telling you. This ever-changing, incredibly rich, dynamic body that we are. Nice, guys. Just bringing movement into your body. Stretching, lengthening. Feel what you do, how you lengthen. Nice. And then in your own time, whatever way you do. How lovely. How wonderful. I see you all again tomorrow for day 8. Time passes, resources happen, and wellness is always there. Just keep finding it. Nice. Enjoy. Can you hear me?